Hello! Welcome to a review of the movie The Bay. Now, if you've never seen a review by me before, then you probably don't know how I do things. I review the movie, say what's good, say what's bad, and then I say whether you should rent it, buy it, or never watch it at all. Now, I ordered The Bay last night on Redbox. And let me tell you, I've not seen a movie like that before. The whole premise of the movie is basically tied into that crisis that we had back in 2009, where all the fish were dying and all the birds were dying randomly, and nobody knew what was going on. They're blaming algae and all that bullshit. And then it shows a whole bunch of newscasts, and then these words pop up on the screen. They say, this is what the media covered. These are going to be the events that were covered up. And basically what it is a 4th of July party, and the whole premise is just this one reporter that was there, narrating all the stuff that happened through the videos that we're taking on that day. Now, let me continue by saying they did an amazing job in this. It looked pretty fucking realistic. If I didn't know this was a movie, I would probably think it was legit. Besides from all the crappy CGI. But, besides from that, the whole movie is basically about a parasitic organism inside of the fish that is infecting the waters and kills tons of people in the town. And let me tell you, it's actually pretty fucking good. It's probably kind of like a disaster movie, if I had to say anything. Kind of like a horror, I guess, in a way. Not very scary, but I think it's a really good suspense movie. Because you're on your edge of the seat, oh, cool, what if I see a bigger one of these? And, basically, the bug's, this big. And they, they fool you into thinking there's going to be a bigger one. Because the scientists are talking, they're like, oh, yeah, a 2-foot one of these things crashed into a submarine. Here's a picture of it. And you're thinking oh, we're going to see some huge ones, but we never do. So it's kind of disappointing in that aspect. But besides from that, I think the directors did a really good job. The people at Lionsgate, Roadside Attractions, and Alliance Films knew what they were fucking doing. I really admire them, because this thing has never been done before. I've never seen this. Now, let's talk about the movie. Like I said, it was incredibly realistic. It would have fooled me. But there were scenes with really crappy acting. Some people didn't really react well to what was going on. And just a few actors just did a poor job. And I was really disappointed in them. I would have gotten better actors had I made this movie. Because basically they were all bland and they were just there's an infection spreading in my body. I feel the boils. It hurts. And I'm just really? Fucking show some fucking emotions. Show pain, be these boils in my body, they hurt. Something like that. That was just a little taste. I could do better. But, besides from that, it started off phenomenal. The beginning and the middle part were fantastic. But the end was fucking stupid. Because that's when it got incredibly unrealistic. And I will spoil this for you, because you probably guessed what was going to happen. Everyone in the fucking town dies. Except for a couple of people. And you know what? They said they covered up the whole thing. Yeah. They just threw the realism out the window. If a whole fucking town on the bay, on Chesapeake Bay, can die, and nobody's the wiser, they're just like, oh, virus did it. No. And they're talking about confiscating the video and everything. That's impossible. They would have been found. And the ending is just so anticlimactic. Just people die, and it shows a woman walking on screen. The narrator's talking and shit. And then it just goes into a black screen and just shows these words popping up talking about the ending. They say, I'm going to spoil it for you, because it disappointed the shit out of me. But it says, what did it say? It says, like, hazmat suit men came in, they used chlorine to kill all the parasites in Chesapeake Bay, and they confiscated all the video. And basically, they're trying to bring it to light, the events. That's what the narrator's trying to do, via Skype message. And it was sheerly disappointing, the ending. I was hoping for some final battle, something, I don't know, finding a cure to the parasites. I'd like to have seen them use the chlorine. It would have been sheerly disappointing to see that, but not as much as them just telling me it happened. That's just like watching Friday the 13th, and just halfway through the movie, or like at the end, when there's like 2 people left, it just fades to black and just says, the last 2 people were killed. Jason got away. The end. That's not right. You can't do that. You can't do that at all. So now that I've discussed this movie, I will give you my sheer opinion on what you should do. Even with all of its flaws, it was still a brilliant movie. I would rent it if I were you. If you like crappy movies, rent it. If you like good movies, rent it. It has a little bit of everything for you. And maybe you will be able to admire, as I have, all of the probably hard work that they put into it. Because to make a movie of this caliber, that's something that's never been done before. They actually did quite a decent job. I'm pretty sure it was made by the people that made Cloverfield and Insidious. Something like that. And I can see where they did the Cloverfield part, because it's basically mostly first-person camera views, but... So, if you get a chance, and you have $1 to spare, go check it out at Redbox, or Blockbuster, or whatever you use. That's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. But, like I say, like, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed this review. Subscribe for more movie reviews. And if you like video games, maybe you should watch me play them sometime. I do a pretty good job, but I'm not as mature. So, besides from my language, I cuss a lot. Just warning, fair warning for you. And I'm mostly a dick. So, and if you want to leave me a comment in the box below and tell me your opinion, feel free. And if you tell me, Andrew, your fucking movie review sucked, the movie was god-awful, I'll accept it. And we can probably have a debate. I love debating with people, so. And anyway, and I hope you enjoy the movie if you do rent it, and if you don't enjoy it, I don't know what to say, and you don't enjoy it at all. Find another movie. I don't know. Shit, I don't fucking know. Well, that's it for me. I'm gonna be heading out. I gotta go wake up. I'm doing this as soon as I woke up in the morning, so... Unprofessional review. Goodbye. Did I say that loud enough? Goodbye.